Okay, so we start with Parshas Lecha, chapter 12, verse 1, the Rashi. So it says, Vayomer Hashem el Avram, Lecha me'aretzecha mimoatcha mibeis avicha, el haaretz asher areka. So he says, God said to Avram, you should go from your land, from your birthplace, from the house of your fathers to the land that I will show you. Rashi says, Lech lecha, you have to go for yourself. Ahana ascha, for your pleasure, utovascha, for your benefit. Sham ascha l'gai gadol. There I'll make you a great nation. V'kani atazocha l'banim. Here, you don't merit having children. V'od shodia tivacha ba'olam. I will make you known in the world. So basically, what's Rashi saying? Why should you go? You think you're going for me? No. It's for your own benefit. Look what you're going to get out of this. I'm going to make you great. I'm going to give you children, and your name will become great, known as great in the world. Everything Hashem asks of us is for our benefit. That's what we have to realize. Everything Hashem asks from us is for our benefit. You see this, by the way? I don't know if you could see this on the Zoom. I got this T-shirt in Israel that says 613. This is we're the 613 Foundation, the 613 T-shirt with black tzitzis, and you can follow. There's a lot of sources about it, but anyway, that's interesting. I'll make him into a great nation. When you travel, it causes three things. What does it cause? It diminishes your being fruitful and multiplying. It diminishes your money. And it diminishes your reputation. So when you travel, you're not able to reproduce. You're not able to make money. You're just spending money when you travel, and nobody knows who you are when you arrive at that place. Therefore, Abram needed these three brachos. One, sheivtichu, that God promised him al-abanim. He says you're going to have future generations. God says I'm going to give you Gai Gadol, a great nation. Hold on one second. Hold on. Okay, so I'll make you into a great nation, and then I'll bless you. I'll make your name great, and you'll be a blessing. Ve'yeh beracha, you will be the blessing. So, by the way, you should also know if you're America's Daf Yomi, today is the yard site of Rabbi Meir Shapiro. בחמש וחצי, בוודאי. שש, בוודאי. כן. יכולים לעשות מה שאנחנו... בדרך כלל כל יום פה למנחה וערבית ושחרית למעלה. Okay, so today's the yard site. Today's the yard site of Meir Shapiro, and also in the Daf Yomi for today, Rebbe. Do you know that betoch hadaf shekatuv Daf Yomi shel hayom katuv Zayin Cheshvan, ראית? בתוספות כתוב, because הלכות תורה משיחה ותוספות מביא את הגמרא מטיינס שמדבר על זין חשבון. So והיום זה זין חשבון. So that's and that's in the Daf Yomi today. But Rameir Shapiro, of course, was the great Rebbe who founded the yeshiva of Chachmas Lublin, and he was also the one who founded the idea of the Daf Yomi, and he had no children. So we are his children. When we study the Daf Yomi, we are his children. It says, "Huskach l'sholosh brachos al abanim." It says he was commanded regarding. He was promised about his children, about his money, about his reputation. This is what it means. V'agadla shemecha. Hareini mosif os al shemecha. I will add a letter on your name. She'ad achshav shemcha Avram. Until now, your name was Avram. Mikan va'ilach Avraham. From this point on, it will be Avraham. But Avram oleh Masayim v'arbam shmona. Avram adds up to 248. Keneged Ivarav Shel Adam. This is what it means. I will make your name great, meaning I'm going to add a hate to your name. I'm going to add a hate to your name, and that will make you from 243 to 248. That corresponds to the number of limbs in the body. Va'avarachacha, I will bless you. Rashi says b'mamon, with money. Ve'yeh biracha, you will be a blessing. What does this mean, Rashi says that brachos nisunos biyadcha. The blessings are placed into your hands. Ad achshav hayu biyadi. Until now, they were in my hands. Beirachti es Adam ve'es Noach ve'osla. I blessed Adam and Noach and you. U'me'achshav, and from now on, atati tevarech asher tachbot. Up until now, God says, I was the one blessing people, but from now on, you're the one who's going to bless people. Alternatively, I'll make you a great nation. This is what it means when it states Elokei Avram. Now it's when we say in the Shemona Esrei, the God of Avram, I will bless you. That's what it means when they say the God of Yitzchak. Vagadol Shemecha, Zeh Shomrim Elokei Yaakov. So when it says, I will bless you, that's God of Avram. When it says, I'll make you a great nation, that's the God of Avram. When it says, I'll bless you, that's the God of Yitzchak. When it says, I'll make your name great, that's the God of Jacob. And I might say that the same way you start the blessings, that you should also end with Magain Abraham Yitzchak Yaakov. I might think that says the verse that Yeh Biracha, the blessing will be through you, but not through them. Me'artzecha, from your land. V'alo kvar yatsa misham im aviv uvar Charan. Didn't he already come out from there with his father, and he came all the way to Haran? Isn't that the case? Ela kach amarlo yisrachek on misham v'tzei beis avicha. So didn't he mean go out from there with his father and come to Haran? This is what Hashem said to him. Go further from there and go out from your father's home. Meaning to say, he had already left from his father's home back in at the end of Parashas Noach, but now he's saying, leave your father's home. Go even farther. Distance yourself from your father's home. Today, if you say that, the parents will stop sending their kids to your school. Asher Areka. Hold on. That I will show you. What does that mean? He did not reveal the land to him immediately. Why didn't God tell him which land he's going to? In order to make it more precious. To give him a reward, I'll call Dibur v'Dibur for every single word. Similarly, at your son, your only son, the one whom you love, Yitzchak, Kayotzibo, we have something similar. One of the mountains that I will tell you. All these things, God is not revealing it initially, so that later on it will be revealed. Says the pasuk, or it says in the pasuk, I will bless those who bless you, and I will curse those that curse you. And through you will be blessed all the families of the land. Rashi says, yesh agadot rabot. There are many explanations. What do you mean will be blessed through you? But this is the pshat. Adam Omer of Noah, a person says to his son, take Avram. The person who says to his children, you should be like Abraham. Anytime it says you'll be blessed in the Bible, through you Israel will be blessed, saying, God should bless you like I have Ephraim and Manasseh. So that's how we bless our children to this day. Share us. What does it mean when it says Vayelach Avram Kasher Diber Elav Hashem? And Avram went just like God had spoke to him. Vayelch ito Lot, and Lot went with him. Avram ben chamesh shanim v'shivim shana b'tito mechara. Hold on one second. I just want to make sure about one thing. Okay, so he says, so Avram took Sarai, his wife, and Lot, the son of his brother, and all of their possessions that they made, and the soul that they made in Haran. What is the soul that they made in Haran? What is the soul that they made in Haran? This is such a beautiful Rashi. Look at this Rashi so closely. The soul that they made in Haran, Rashi says, if they inspire them to come under the divine presence, the wings of the divine presence, what happened? Avram megayeret hanashim, v'Sarah megayeret hanashim. Avram converted the men, and Sarah converted the women. Umal aleim hakatuv, and the verse looks at them ki'ilu asum, as though they were made. So meaning to say, if you have an influence on somebody, if you bring them closer to Hashem, it's as though you made them. Pshuto shel mikra, the literal explanation means, avadim v'shvachot shekanuem. This refers to the slaves that they acquired. Kimo asat kol habachor hazeh. He made this whole first, all this wealth. Kol hakavod hazeh. Yisrael osechayo. So lashon koneh v'koneh, an expression of acquiring and amassing. Okay. So the literal explanation means whatever you acquired, but the Rashi prefers the explanation that the people, Avram and Sarah, converted many people. What happened to these people? Where'd they go? Where did these people go? That's my question. What happened to all these people that they converted? Where'd they go? Guess the Torah doesn't talk about them. I don't understand the answer to that. How you doing, Colby? Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem. Oh, you're not on my yeshiva's WhatsApp group, so I'll send it to you. You are? Oh, you saw it, so did you read it?
Yeah, you know, it was like I had it. It was like getting a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you're getting a lot. It wasn't relevant. Gotcha. No, I got it. By the way, you have 1977. I have 613 written here.
I saw that TikTok.
Oh, you saw it?
At the place.
Yeah. Totafot.
Yeah, they have peoples too.
Yeah. If they would have had a rebellion Melchip, I would have bought it. Okay, we're in chapter 12. Do you know Yafa?
Yeah.
Jill?
Nice to meet you, Kobe.
Kobe also walks dogs.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Okay, we're not talking business now. We're studying Torah. Kobe. Okay, chapter 12, verse 6. What's the page, Jill? 65. Vayavor Avram ba'aretz, and Avram walked through the land. Ad Mekom Shem. He came all the way to Shem. Ad Elon Moreh. He came all the way to Elon Moreh. Vakanani Adbarts. The Canaanites were then in the land. What does it mean? Avram passed in the land. Nichnas latocha. He entered into the land until the place of Shem. V'itpalel al bnei Yaakov, to pray for the children of Jacob. Kishayavo ilachem b'Shem, and they will come to daven b'Shem, to wage war with Shem. So Avram passed through the land, but he stopped to daven because he saw that in the future there'd be a war there. Elon Moreh, the plains of Moreh, that's Shem. Hereo Har Grizim v'Har Eval. God showed him Mount Grizim and Mount Eval. Shesham Kiblu Yisrael Shvuat Torah. There, the Jewish people assumed the oath of the Torah. Vakanani Azbaritz, and the Canaanites were then in the land. Rashi says, "Hayaholech v'kovesh et Eretz Yisrael." He was going and conquering the land of Israel. Mizara shel Shem, from the descendants of Shem. Shel b'chalko shel Shem nafwa, for it fell in the portion of Shem. Kishachilot Noach ha'aretz. So what does it mean that the Canaanites were then in the land, and the Canaanites were in the process of conquering the land of Israel from the offspring of Shem? Because Shem had the land when Noach divided up the land, and it says Melchizedek, the king of Shalem. So therefore, Hashem said to Avram, "I'm going to give this to you in the future. I'm going to bring it back to you. The Canaanites are taking it away." Meaning to say, don't think that the Jewish people were colonialists who stole the land from the Canaanites. The Canaanites took it from you, and you're going to get it back. That's a big thing about what's going on. People accuse the Jewish people today of being colonialists. Vayera Hashem el Avram. God appeared to Avram. He says, "I'll give your descendants this land." And he built there an altar to the God that appeared to him. Rashi says he built an altar there, al besurat hazera, for the good tidings, because he was told he was going to have children. So he built an altar, al besurat Eretz Yisrael, and for the good tidings of the land of Israel, the God that appeared to him. By the way, I want to tell you something about my flight back. I sat back. I refused to pay anything other than the minimum for a seat. I will not pay for economy premium. I'll not even pay for an aisle. I'll not pay for business. I refuse. And even if people offer to pay for me, I will not. No, it's a waste of money. For me, for other people, they may need it. But anyway, because whatever, they have difficulty, they're tall or they're bad, bad medical condition. So I got the seat, the last seat in the plane. The last seat in the plane, me and Shia, literally right in front of the toilet. You could hear the toilet. Every time someone went to the bathroom, Baruch Hashem, we could hear the flush. But this was the best seat in the plane. Because the Gemara says, who is wealthy? One who has his house next to the toilet. The Gemara says that. What? Yeah. So I feel like actually it was the best seat. Because a lot of times when you're on a plane, what's your anxiety? Am I going to have to go to the bathroom? Is the bathroom going to be free? I'm going to have to wait online. I had no anxiety. So this was the cheapest seat on the plane, and I would never ask for a better seat. Okay, just pointing that out there. So it's a scam that they make you pay extra. Take me Shamar, and he traveled from there to the mountain, Mikedem Beit El, from east towards Beit El, Vayetalo, and he pitched his tent, Beit El Miyam, and he pitched his tent with Beit El on the east, Va'ai Mikedem, and I on the east, Vayiven Shem Mizbeach, they built there an altar, La Hashem, Vayikra B'Shem Hashem. He built there an altar and he called in the name of God. So let's see what happened. Vayatek Misham Olo, he pitched there his tent, Mikedem Beit El, east of Beit El, the Mizrachas shall Beit El. To the east of Beit El it was found. Beit El is in the west, as it says Beit El Miyam. Olo. Rashi says Oloksiv. It's written Ola, her tent. So first he pitched her tent, and then he pitched his tent. Abram and Sarah had separate tents. Vayiven Shem Mizbeach, he built there an altar. Nisnabeh Sha'atidim Banav Likashal Shem. He prophesied that in the future his children were going to stumble there. Alavon Achan, for the sin of Achan. It Baal Shemoim, he prayed there. Okay, Pasuk Tet. Vayisa Avram halok fanaso negban. Abraham traveled backwards and forwards towards the south. Rashi says halok fanasoa liprakim at different times. Yoshev Khan, he would dwell here, Chodesh or Yoter, and then he would travel from there, and he placed his tent over there. And all of his travels were towards the south, to go to the south of the land of Israel. To go to the south of the land, which is in the portion of Judah that was taken from the south of the land of Israel, Mount Moriah, which is its inheritance. So he kept traveling south. I is in between Beit El and Jerusalem, but a little bit to the east. A little bit to the east. Jerusalem is southwest of Bethel. Okay. So, do I hear a woman's voice out?
That's, the rabbi,
Yeah, but I also hear a woman's voice. Maybe it's his wife. Okay, Vayira Avaret. So there was a famine in the land. Hold on one second. Where is this? Hold on one second. One second. Okay, whatever. Vayira Avaret. There was a famine in the land. Vayira Avram. Elo Eliezer. How are you doing? For sure. Not even a question. You got the great attitude. Vayira Avaret. And there was a famine in the land. Vayira Avram. Who's out there, Eliezer? No, but how many people? Two men and a woman? There was a famine in the land. Abram went down to the land. Gorsham to dwell there. Ki kaveda Rav because the famine was very great in the land. And when so there was a famine in the land. In that land alone there was a famine. To test it. If they would challenge the words of God. God told him, God said, go to the land of Canaan. And now he's advising him, let's say to leave it. Hello, boys. How you doing? All right, come on in. She went to school today. He didn't go to sleep. He didn't go to sleep. Time for vacation is over. How you doing, Judah? Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem. We have the jet lag, but we fight through it. You know why? Because we have to be fighters. We don't cave over at the first wind. Chapter 12, verse 10. And that's what God was showing Avram. Chapter 12, verse 10. There was a famine in the land. What page is it, Yafa? There was a famine in the land, and Abraham went down to Egypt to dwell there. By the way, I'm going to show you guys something because you just walked in. I'm going to show you something. I have something that I saw for the first time in Israel, and I right away bought it. What? How do you know? Yeah, this is black tzitzit strings. It's amazing. What? Yeah, because the seal, they're right. The fringes are the same color as the shirt. That's okay. So you can do it either white or the exact same color. But I've never seen it before. And then I saw it there, and I said, "Is it permitted?" And the guy pulled out a whole source sheet. Now the truth is, for Ashkenazim, it's really better to have white. But I have the white tzitzis, but I felt that I wear the white tzitzis, but I'll also wear these so that way I can show the halacha. Also, it says 613, and the name of our foundation is 613 Foundation. So it was too much to pass up. So I would have bought for all of you guys, but he was asking $90. But he gave me a discount. I got it for 70 if I made him a TikTok. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of money or a little money? Well, I mean, if you just buy tzitzis plain, they're going to cost at least $50 to $60. You know why the tzitzis are so expensive? They have to be made by hand. You have to do it with intent, lishma. You can't just have like somebody in like Thailand making them. They have to be, I don't say Thailand or China. They have to be made by what? By a Jew making them with the proper intent. If they're kosher tzitzis, they're made lishma. You have to make the tzitzis with intent. You can't just make. That's why they're expensive. What?
Heck,
This,
you know,
this, yeah, just a pack of tzitzis.
yeah, this,
What?
this, just one is 60.
No, the tzitzis cost money. You go on the Eichlers and say how much is a legit pair of tzitzis cost. It's not going to be $20. It's going to be like Pasha, is the yard site tonight or tomorrow night? Oh, I mean the 11 months. I mean, let's say the name. Let's say the name. Well, before we stop learning, let's say the name of your mother. Baruch Hashem. We'll study tonight and tomorrow, every day till Shabbos. Yeshkach. We'll stop here and daven mincha. It's amazing, Jill. I mean,